What's up, guys? It's your boy Desmond with the Lens. Today we are talking about what it means. So you buy a camera lens and it has all these things, all these writings on it, and you're like, well, I don't understand what any of that means. So today we're going to explain it. So front of the camera, you're going to have the brand that makes it, and then you're going to have the millimeters. This depends on what kind of look the lens is going to give you. On the bottom part, it'll have a little insignia that lets you know that you're mounting it to the right kind of camera body. This lens needs to this symbol needs to match whatever camera body that you're putting it onto. On the side of it, you'll have AF to MF. AF is autofocus, MF is manual focus. Next, on some camera lenses, you'll have stabilizer, which is basically a stabilization inside of the lens for when you're like shaking, taking a photo, maybe you're moving around. This helps your image stabilize, get sharper, things of that nature. On Canon's RF mounts, you have this ring that you can assign a different thing to do inside of the camera body. But again, that's only for like the Canon RF line of lenses. On the side of it, you see right here, say Canon lens, it'll say the mount type, which is RF. It'll say what millimeter it is, which is 35. It'll say the f-stop. So the f-stop number that's on here is not the number that it can go to, but it's the lowest it'll be at. So this one is f1.8. So meaning it can be as open as f1.8, then you can go up. Now, if you slide it over a little bit more, it says macro. That means it'll be able to zoom in and get much more deeper shots. What I mean by that is, imagine you're looking at a flower. You take a photo, normally you'll see the whole flower. On a macro lens, if you take a photo of a flower, you can be really close to wherever the small intricate details of the flower is. Macro is just so that you can get closer to an image than you already are. For instance, right now I have it on a regular lens. After I'm done talking about this one, I'm going to swap to the macro lens to go on to the other lenses. All right here it's going to show you that basically this is the distance of how far you need for it to be able to zoom in and lock into whatever you're focusing on. So for this one it's 0.17 m, which is about half a foot, meaning I can shoot anything that's half a foot away from this lens and I'll be able to lock onto it and be in focus. Anything else too closer to that, then it'll be just like this, where as you see, I'm super duper blurry. Hold on one second. There we go. As you see, I'm like super duper blurry right here. But like as I pull away, then I'm able to zoom in. Let's see. And then that's going to be everything for this camera lens. Let's go ahead and check out the next one. Okay, so we've gone ahead and put the 35mm lens on here. Now, really quickly before I forget, that is what we call a prime lens. That means it only has one focal distance, which was just 35. Next, we're going to look at a zoom lens. So, this is how it looks right now. As I said, this is a macro lens, so I'll be able to get closer and I'll be able to focus into everything. So I'm going to be much closer than I was with other things, so I can see all the intricate details. Now this again is what we call a zoom lens. Basically, I can go from 15mm all the way to 30mm on this one. On other ones, you can go further. On this one, inside of it, it says the Canon lens RF 15 to 30. Now on zoom lenses, you have a different f-stop. So on the other one, it was just 1.8, but this one is f4.5 through 6.3. That means the lowest that this can be is going to be 4.5, but it can be anywhere from that to 6.3, as well as it can go higher than that. Again, on the side, stabilization. Now this one, instead of manual focus and autofocus, it has focus and control. That again is for this ring as well as that. So now you can hit focus. So if for any reason you can lose focus, you can turn this ring to do it, or control, which is whatever you assigned it to do in your camera body. Once again, It shows you the minimum distance that it has to be. Now on the other one, it was about half a foot away. On this one, it's almost a full foot. Then infinity, that means anything as far back that the camera can see, it'll be able to lock onto it. It just won't be as like intricate as something as how close we are right now. Now this one has a little thingy on it that you wouldn't be able to see. So on most camera lenses, it has this insignia, which is the thread size. That's for when you're putting on filters and anything on top of the lens. Just like how you saw, I just had this on it. If it was not the right thread size, I wouldn't be able to screw anything onto it for it. Moving on. Now the first lens that we went over was the 35mm macro lens. Now we are going to look at Canon's 50mm. Now there's going to be some similarities and there's some differences between the two. Coming on the side, focus and control. You have, again, with Canon's RF line, the knob on here that you can change whatever you want. Now, and we'll give it a second so it can lock in. Canon lens RF 50mm 1.8 STM. Now as you see, it does not have the macro part that the other lens had, meaning this one isn't going to be able to be as close to take the image as the macro lens. But it's still a regular lens for Canon's RF line. And then we come here, again, 0.3mm, which is equal to almost a full foot. That means, again, it has to be at least a foot away for this lens to lock into it. Now, regardless on if you're looking at Canon lenses or if you're looking at other types of lenses, whether it's Nikon, whether it's Sony, whether it's Leica, it'll have all the same information on the lens somewhere. Now that you know what it means, you can look for it so you can tell what kind of camera lens you have, meaning you can understand the capabilities of your lens even more, which helps you in your career field. Deuces.